A man who was missing for 22 years was finally found using Google Maps. Just 6 years ago, one UK kidnapper got caught when the victim used Google Maps to send his location to his boss. So, here are the Google Maps saved lives. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Looking on Google Maps, one man found something peculiar in a pond in Wellington, Florida. He got intrigued, so he dug a little deeper and then contacted the authorities. When they got to the site, they found that the yellow blur wasn't just some Google Maps glitch. It was actually the car of Will Moult, who went missing for 22 years. In 2019, they pulled out the car and found his skeletal remains. Ever since going missing in 1997, his friends and family didn't know what happened to him. After this, the authorities assume that he lost control of his vehicle and skidded into the lake. The reason Castaway was a major success isn't because of Tom Hanks' acting, although that was a big part of it. It was mostly due to the fact that many viewers put themselves in the character's shoes and realized that this could happen to anyone. Well, in 2016, a group of 3 sailors experienced some trouble at sea, and they had to smash that like button just like you should do if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, they had to swim to the nearest shore. Because they didn't have any survival skills, they decided to spell out help on the coast of the deserted island using nothing but palm leaves. A Google satellite spotted the sign, and the USCG Hawaii Pacific helped rescue them from the island. This is the story of Austin Boanen, an 18-year-old that got lost in the woods in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. He wandered a little too far from his original location, and before he knew it, he was lost. For 11 days, he hiked through the forest with no food or water. Immediately after being reported for missing, rangers were on the lookout for Austin, but with no luck. He opened up his phone, but remembered that he didn't have a signal. As he was putting the phone back into his pocket, the kid remembered that he might have a GPS signal. Sure enough, he did. He opened Google Maps, and the app led him to safety. We're happy to inform you that Austin didn't eat any bugs. This might sound a little weird, but yes, there are people like this. Sander Kokelaar was a worker at SMET UK. John Clark Spence, who was facing some financial difficulty, meaning he was short on cash, remembered that the CEO of SMET UK owed him about £2,000 and hadn't paid him back ever since. Wanting to get his money back, John created a plan. He then went out, pursued Sander after disguising himself with a wig and some sunglasses, and asked Sander for SMET UK to deliver a large staircase to his house. He then gave Sander an address in the middle of nowhere, but convinced the man by saying that there are going to be a lot of potential clients waiting for Sander at the location. The man just got himself kidnapped and tied to a tree, all while John was trying to extort tens of thousands of dollars for handing over the hostage. Being quick to act, when John wasn't looking, Sander quickly took out his phone and sent his location to his employer, aka the CEO of SMET UK, using Google Maps. The police immediately went there, and they arrested Sander moments after. Have you ever heard the story of Saroo Brierley, the boy who got lost at 5 years old and couldn't find his family? Well, if you don't, let us know how he was accidentally separated from the ones he loved and his rags to riches story. Being only 5 years old and away from his parents, Saroo didn't know his background, he didn't know his name, and he didn't know how to go back home. All he knew was that an Australian couple adopted him, and he soon forgot Hindi. He became a successful businessman, and he was still searching for his family from his home in Australia. He spent 9,855 hours on Google Maps trying to find the train station he remembered vaguely in his mind. He didn't know anything about the town, except that the train station started with a B, and that there were 2 bridges. The search went on until one fateful night in 2011. This is when he found his town, the house he grew up in, and the fountain where he used to play as a kid. Finally, after 25 years, he was reunited with his family. On a related note, do you know of any other stories where Google Maps saved people's lives? You can tell us in the comments section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.